Hi everyone, my name is Stacie with Aspen Yoga. Today's restorative yoga session, we are going to focus on poses that help our sciatica. Okay, so opening up the hips, working on some range of motion. For this class, props you're going to need 2 blankets and a bolster. Remember, if you don't have a bolster, pillows, extra blankets will work just fine. We're also going to start our first pose off on the wall. So if you have a space on the wall where you can put your feet up, we're going to go ahead and start there. So go ahead and grab your props and meet me back on the mat. All right, now that you have your props, we're going to start, the first pose we're going to start off here on the wall. So we're going to put our feet up on the wall, our knees are going to be at 90 degrees, and we're going to do some pelvic tilts. So think of a little cat and cow for the lower back. So as we set up here, I want you to set up on the wall where when I lie back, my knees are at 90 degrees, okay? So my knees are in line with my hips. My knees are also in line with my ankles, and I have that nice 90 degree across my shins down to my hips. I want you to lie flat, and as we lie flat here, I want you just to tilt your tailbone back and then release. So we're tilting the tailbone back here and then release. Good. My feet are not pressing against the wall, so I'm not pushing the wall back. The wall is just stabilizing. So as I put my feet up here on the wall, my lower back should feel so nice. This should feel so nice on my lower back because it helps to flatten that lower back out. So let's tilt and release. Tilt back and release. We're just going to do 5 more here. We're not going to stay here very long. And release. Just feel a nice stretch up that lower back. Tilt here. And release. 3 more. Tilt and hold. And release. Tilt and hold. Release. Last one. Tilt and hold here. And release. Good. I want you to go ahead and hug those knees into your chest. Again, stretching out the lower back. A little roll from side to side. Good. I want you to go ahead and roll onto your side, sitting up, and we're going to come back onto our mat. All right, now that we're back on our mat, let's go ahead and do some cat and cows. We did that little pelvic tilt, cat and cow with our feet on the wall. Let's do some full range of motion cat and cows here. So knees are hip width apart, hands on your palms or your knuckles, shoulder width apart. I want you to round your back, tuck your chin for cat, look up, sway in the back for cow. Good, get a nice stretch. Again, just coming through cat and cow. Going nice and slow at your range of motion. You can tell as I come into cow, I get a deeper stretch here in the lower back. Good, let's do a couple more. Nice, round up. Tuck that belly button up into the spine. Good, let the belly button fall. Last one here. And cow. Good, come back to the neutral spine. We're going to do a supported bridge. Now with a supported bridge, you can use a bolster. You can use some blankets piled up. So as we come into our supported bridge, what you're using for your bolster is going to be lying across your mat. And the easiest way to get into this pose is to go ahead and sit on the bolster and take yourself down slowly Move your lower back. Oh, good. Come down nice and slow. My bolster is really being supported, my support from my bolster onto my tailbone, really through tailbone in the lower back. Feet hip width apart. Knees can be pointed forward, or if you're more comfortable, go ahead and drop those knees to the center, your choice. It feels a little bit better for me on my hips to have my knees pointed forward. Your choice, what you are comfortable with. Palms are forward, arms are out and open. So I want you to think of opening the chest, palms are up. And I want you to just relax here. Now as we relax here, I want you to think about your upper body. So think about those shoulder blades in contact with the floor. And from your shoulders, I want you to waterfall your way down your hands, down your elbows, allowing the chest to open up. Really want you to allow the muscles of your legs to relax, okay? Allowing these muscles to relax. Adjust your feet. So if you are comfortable with your legs opening up a little bit more, or as I said, if you want those knees to cave into the center, your choice. Remember, as we are in these restorative yoga poses, we are comfortable. So I want you to find that comfort. And as you settle in here, I want you to breathe. Your feet stay in contact with the floor. I really want you to take the time to allow the muscles of your chest to open up, and at the same time allowing your hips, your lower back to relax into your surface. Allow those muscles to feel comfortable being supported. Sometimes it can take some time for the muscles that we are supporting to relax. So I want you to take some time here and work your way through your body. How do your feet feel in contact with the mat? Allow any tension to melt out of your legs so your legs are relaxed yet supportive. Taking some time with your hips and your lower back. And as you inhale, inhaling to the front of your chest. And as you exhale, waterfall your arms from your shoulders, your elbows, to your wrists and your fingers. Allow your body to feel comfortable, supported. Continue to check in with your body. Sometimes tension can sneak in. So continue to check in. See where your body is. As you inhale here and exhale. Good. I want you to go ahead and begin to move yourself out of this pose. To do so, let's start by pulling your knees into your chest. This gives a nice stretch. Good. Coming back to that neutral. And I want you to go ahead and just roll onto one side. You're just going to roll off of that bolster and sit up slowly. All right, we are going to use the bolster again, and we're going to work into pigeon. Pigeon is one of the best stretches that we can really get deep into that hip joint, into our sciatica, piriformis area. Okay, so in order to do that, we're going to use the bolster, and then we're going to also give you an option to use the blanket as well. So have the blanket nearby. I want you to go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and start with your right side. So I want you to bring your right leg in line with your bolster. And I want you to take the left leg back. We're going to get into our pigeon. Now from here, you are absolutely welcome to rest on your forearms. If you need some extra height, bring a blanket in and you can come down through your chest. If you need a little extra support here on the leg that goes back, take a blanket and you can position it here to bring that floor up to meet the front of the hip area of the back leg. So you can, this is what that looks like. So you can have the support here, having the support up on your bolster. So whatever is more comfortable, grab your second blanket if you like, bring it to your bolster. Have one up top, have one here. So go ahead and find what is comfortable for you, because we're gonna stay here a little bit. Okay, so always think about lining your hips up and coming forward. We're going to start with our arms crossed. Okay, so you can rest your head on your hands. You can turn it to one side. You can rest your hands, your forehead onto your hands. Whatever is most comfortable for you. You can rest your chin. I want you to think about falling into your bolster. And I want you to breathe. And as you sink into the pose, you may change your head position. You may need more support here. You may need less. But this one takes a little bit of thought to allow yourself to sink into this stretch. Was a little intense. Think about what this front leg is doing. It does not have to stay, say, parallel to the bolster. If you want to tuck it up under, you can do that as well. So we can bring the bend in that as well. Takes the intensity off a little bit. So find what is comfortable for you. So as we come into our pose, I want you to breathe. And as you inhale, think about breathing into your back, in between the shoulder blades. Breathing into the hip. We're going to hold it one more minute here. Breathe into your shoulder blades. Breathe into the hip. Feel supported. Allow your body to feel heavy and relaxed. Good. Taking your hands, pressing yourself up. Let's roll onto the hip and come back. Good. Now we're going to switch sides, okay? As we switch sides, know that one side may be a little bit tighter than the other. One side may be a little bit looser. One side may be more comfortable. So listen to your body, what you need here as you get into the pose. Remember, my leg does not have to stay parallel to my bolster. My blanket's what I'm using here. It can tuck in a little bit depending on how you are comfortable, what your body is telling you today. Okay, so as we roll on, we're squaring the hips up and we're folding forward. Remember, I may start on my forearms, okay, and that may be what my body needs today. Know that each day is different depending on maybe how we slept. Any stress or tension in our body absolutely affects the way that our body moves. So check in. How do you feel today? What does your body need today? And as you become more comfortable, maybe you work yourself down. Remember to send oxygen into those areas as you get comfortable. Send oxygen into those shoulder blades. Allow yourself to be supported by the bolster. Check in with your hips. The hips are intense. Yes, the hips are intense. We're feeling it. Do we need some support? Use your bolster. Use an extra blanket if you need some support on the open side, on that leg that is back. If you need some support in that area, use it. This is one of our restorative yoga poses that may be a little bit uncomfortable. One of the poses that once we get out of it, we're like, oh yeah, that felt good. So listen to your body. What does your body need today? And let's settle in. Think about your breath. Think about the support you have. At any time, if you need to get out of the pose, do so. Sit with your legs crossed. Good. We're going to stay here about 60 more seconds. Send oxygen. Remember, no pose should cause any additional tension. So melt the shoulders. Breathe. Good, pressing up here. Good, coming out of this stretch. Nice. Now that we are out of the pigeon, your hips should feel nice and loose. Remember, listen to your body. None of these poses should ever be uncomfortable. Now, the pigeon was probably the most uncomfortable, so it should never be cause any pain. There should never be any sharp stabbing pain. So remember to listen to your body and what you need. Now let's go ahead and hop into a little relaxation. So I always enjoy using a blanket to help support my cervical spine, so I like that little extra blanket on my neck. And then you can use a blanket on your abdomen as well. So as we set up here, your bolster is going to stay across your mat. And what you're going to do is I want you to bring your knees over top of your bolster, kind of adjust here, and lower yourself down slowly. If you have a blanket for your neck, your cervical spine, adjust it. I like to put a blanket across my abdomen. It helps to ground and center. Adjust your legs here, stretching them out, letting the heels fall to the floor. If your legs are comfortable falling open, allow that external rotation. Palms are up towards the ceiling. And as you find your comfort here, I want you to take a deep inhale and exhale. Checking in with your body. Let's start at your toes. And as you make your way from your toes to the top of your head, check in with each part of your body, checking in with your joints and your muscles. If you've come across any tension, allow the tension to release and relax as you slowly make your way towards the top of your head. As you continue checking in, as you breathe, I want you to take an inhale, filling your chest and your abdomen. And as you exhale, allow your body to sink deeper into the floor. Feel your body supported. Allow any tension to release and relax from your muscles. As you make your way to your face, soften your face. Think about your eyes relaxing, falling deep, relaxing your temples, your jaw hangs open. Relaxing your neck. Relax the muscles of your skull. Allow any tension to release and relax. Taking some time here. Allow yourself to relax. Tension to melt away. Continue to check in with your body, making sure any tension hasn't made its way in. This time as you inhale and as you exhale, start to wake up your fingers and your toes, waking up your arms and your legs. You had a blanket across your abdomen, you can go ahead and remove it. Let's pull your knees in towards your chest. When you're ready, I want you to roll to the side, pressing yourself up slowly. Let's come up into a seated position. Remember, you can go ahead and sit on that blanket if you like. Picking the hips up when we sit on the blanket, opening up the hip joints. Hands are on your knees. To take a deep inhale here and exhale. Inhaling, filling your abdomen and your chest. Exhale, relaxing your shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Again, my name is Stacie with Aspen Yoga. Thank you for joining me for this restorative yoga session that focuses on poses that help release, open up the hips, and work on the sciatica. Remember to subscribe and like, and I will see you again next time.